Hi potatoes and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm gonna talk to you about my first marathon experience. On the 19th of November 2023, I joined the Gran Canaria Maspalomas marathon. This marathon is the southernmost marathon held in Europe. I arrived in Maspalomas 2 days before the race. The day before the race, I went to the race fair to pick up my bib and my race pack. So let's unbox this together and see what I found in my bib. So first of all, there was my bib, and then I had 3 big surprises. One t-shirt that it was the official race t-shirt that I found in my bib, and then this top that the organization delivered to my home as soon as I signed up for the marathon. I also had a very funny beach towel with the Maspalomas logo of the marathon. Last but not least, what I've done in these 2 days before race day, I explored the surroundings and most importantly, walk up and down the Maspalomas dunes, that is one of the most important touristic attractions of the area. Now let's go and watch these clips together. Unique clips.
Vai Chiara!
Chiara, tell us about the race experience. Start with the night before.
Okay, so the night before the race, I tried to get as much good sleep as possible. However, in the hotel where I was staying, they had some little concerts, so it wasn't the best solution ever, but I drank a lot of chamomile and then I went to bed around 11.
So, what's your ritual for the race mornings?
I always like to wake up a bit with time. This time I set up the alarm 3 hours before the race starts to have some breakfast, just some ham, cheese, bread and a banana, and make sure that I am ready and get into the start line on time.
Now we're at the start line. Tell us about your feelings and how the atmosphere was.
At the start line, the vibe was very, very nice. Everyone was cheering around. There were a lot of supporters of all the runners. The organization had set up a lot of music with the balloons, and the vibe overall was very enjoyable. I even found an Italian family on the way there that started together with me, so that was definitely a positive experience.
What were your targets and how did you start the race?
Maspalomas Marathon was my first marathon, so I didn't have the experience to set up a proper racing strategy and pacing plan. So I definitely started out too fast, and that caused me to be completely sore after a half marathon distance. My legs started feeling very much in pain and super hard. So that was definitely not a good sign, and at that point I decided to slow down the pace and keep going until the finish line. I could finish the race in 4 hours and 9 minutes. That for me was a very good target, especially because race conditions weren't ideal. There were around 30 degrees. But overall, next time I will definitely have to plan a bit better my racing strategy.
You are closing down on the finish line. What's your feeling? Tell us about how you passed the finish line.
The last kilometer prior to the finish line was one of the best of the whole event, because it was a seafront. There were all the people cheering on the side, and I even saw my dad cheering at me, so I was extremely excited. My first feeling after I finished the race were, I am done. This was over. It has been very, very tough. I was in a lot of pain, but I knew that all the pain would have gone in a few minutes. So definitely like super excited, great atmosphere, and great vibe around.
What did you do after crossing the finish line? And tell us about your recommendations in the beautiful Canary Islands.
Definitely the best part is always the finish line, and then you see your family hugging you. So much proud. And what else to say? We decided to go back to the hotel, take a shower, and start exploring the island. Las Palmas and the Canary Island are all volcanic islands, so there is a lot of historical sites to see as well as natural places to go. We rented a car, we drove north, and we went through all the canyons in the middle of the mountains, so it was extremely beautiful, very panoramic. We also visited some fishermen villages where we could still see some natural pool formations made by the sea. And now let's watch the last clips together, and if you like the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel.